Well, hello, friends. This is Rob Hambleton from Soul Canyon Training and Development, and I have a brand new Excel tip that I want to share with you today. One of the hidden treasures inside of Excel, and it's really not hidden too deeply, is something in the category of conditional formatting called icon sets and data bars. I'd like to show you those real quick, but just some background real quick first. Most organizations and companies have things they measure to determine whether or not they're successful. Could be revenue performance, profit, cash flow, customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, things like that. They usually measure these things, and on a periodic basis, be it monthly, quarterly, annually, whatever, they look at these things to determine whether or not they're being successful. Well, sometimes people put together visual dashboards that very quickly indicate visually whether they're being successful in these particular areas. So I want to show you very quickly today how data bars and icon sets can be used to make your dashboards, or ways that you measure your different key performance indicators or KPIs, very, very visual. Let's start with data bars. Very, very easy. Let's take these total sales numbers here by state, and what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the Home ribbon tab, Conditional Formatting button here, and we're going to hit the drop down. Third option down is a button called Data Bars. You just select Data Bars and you pick a color, and voila, right there you have different little sideways bars right there in the cells that show how the states are doing relative to each other in terms of total sales. Now, just some background. This data bar right here, the Oregon total, Oregon's doing the best, of course, fills a full bar because that's the biggest number. And then the other bars are sized relative to that. So nice visual way to see how the total quarterly sales are doing relative to each other. Now, icon sets. Let's say that on an individual monthly basis, we define great sales as anything above $5,000 for the month. Further, let's say that anything below $3,000 per month is not accessible. So we're going to put some visual icon sets around those. What I'm going to do first is highlight that group of 12 cells that has the individual sales amounts for Idaho, Washington, Oregon, and Nevada, January through March. And then I'm going to go up here to the conditional formatting button, go all the way down here to the fifth option, which is icon sets. Now I'll just pick a nice basic icon set right here. I'll pick the green, yellow, and red icon set. And just notice, we're not done, that we get some red cells, some yellow cells, and some green cells. Now, right out of the box, icon sets with 3 icons are put in place basically by taking the smallest number in the range here, 1,345, to the largest number in the range, $9,999, and defining that as the scope of the range. Now, anything in the bottom third of that range gets a red, the middle third gets a yellow, and the top third gets a green. But as we talked about a few minutes ago, that's not the way we define good, bad, and in between. So I'm further going to highlight these cells and now go up to the conditional formatting button, drop down here, and I'm going to manage rules. What I'm going to do with this rule is I'm going to highlight the icon set rule and then go up and click edit. Now when I'm inside that particular rule, you'll see what we've got down here. We've got the percentile rule in place. So for both the green rule and then the bottom part of the parameter here, I'm going to click on the type and change that to number. And then I'm going to make this top number here 5,000. And I'm going to make this bottom number down here 3,000. Now, I could go over here to each of these individual icons and change them or customize them. What I'm actually going to do is go to the yellow icon and hit the drop down, because I don't want a yellow icon. I just want to focus on green and red. And then I'm going to click OK and OK. And now those icon sets comply to my guidelines. Now, as a sales manager here, I'd probably look at these three results and get in touch with these particular managers, find out what's happening in those results, try to figure out how we're going to make them better. Whereas with these results here, I'll actually try to find out what they're doing well and try to leverage that information across my different sales teams. So there you go. Icon sets can take key performance indicators, in this case, monthly sales results and make them very, very visual as to what's good, bad, and somewhere in between. I hope you find that feature of Excel to be useful. I hope you put it to use and look forward to providing you more Excel information down the road. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.